UCLA junior quarterback Kevin Prince joining us today. Sad day, I know, for the players and the coaching staff. Kind of just talk about what this is like and for this to happen with you at quarterback.
Like you said, it's a sad day, disappointing. I mean, you don't want to ever see someone get fired, especially, and it's an odd kind of day. Coming off of an SC loss. Having this news break today and then still playing for a championship on Friday, it's a lot of mixed emotions.
Probably never happened.
It's kind of weird. But we're just got to set that bad stuff aside and focus on the task at hand, because at the end of the day we're playing for a conference championship and a potential Rose Bowl berth. So we're excited about that.
They're following the Arizona game. A lot of discussion about his future and everything like that, and there's this kind of looming cloud sort of over the rest of the season. Even when you guys won, is this delaying the inevitable, that kind of stuff. Sort of talk about what it's been like kind of playing with this out there in the ether and just sort of knowing it, but not maybe really knowing it.
Speaking strictly personally, because I can't speak for others, I didn't think about it too much. I mean, obviously after the Arizona game, you hear rumors and you hear talk, but we came back and played a great game against Cal and played a great game against Arizona State, and you kind of forget about that stuff. We're thinking bigger and better things after that, and so even after losing to Utah, you don't think about it. And then, it's just we're just so focused on where we're headed in the season, and so we don't really focus about that. And I know Coach Neuheisel would want that to be the last thing we worry about. Yeah.
Talk about your first interaction with him today and what that was like.
The first interaction I had with him was at 5 o'clock before our quarterback meeting. He met with the team and just kind of put it out in the open, so there's no elephant in the room and it's not awkward or anything like that. Just kind of told it how it was. I mean, said what the situation was, and then told us that he was going to give it his best for these last few days that he's with us, and that he wanted to go out with a win. And he really handled it like a professional, and that's I earned a great amount of respect from him today.
Kevin, this is just sort of that unfortunate reality of this game. The stakes are pretty high at this level. Mm-hmm. Kind of just talk about being a player when this kind of stuff goes all down, and maybe part of you understands it or says, well, I get why. Five losses for the team by more than 25. You kind of maybe see it coming, but at the same time, what's it like when it actually hits home? Joe Forey was like, you kind of maybe know it's going to happen, but still, when it does happen, it's freaking shocking.
Yeah, it's I got a text this morning saying that we had a team meeting at 11, and Mr. Guerrero kind of brought us in as a team and told us. When I saw the text, I kind of expected to know I kind of guessed what it was about, but until I actually sat down and heard him say it, it didn't really hit home. And when it did, it was kind of surreal that, like, wow, it's actually happening. People talked about it, and we thought it could be possible, but it definitely is strange when it actually happens. So it's a tough situation that we can't really do anything about it other than move on and get ready for this game.
You guys have had so many emotional highs and lows this season alone, and then you think about just sort of the high of beating Colorado 45-6, maybe the biggest high you guys have had all year, and then the loss to USC, and then this. How difficult has it been just sort of, how old are you?
22.
You're 22 years old, just to deal with all this stuff and still go to school and be the quarterback here. Has this just been that kind of crazy year that you never really expect?
Yeah, it's been nuts, especially, personally, just the highs and lows I've had, getting benched after Texas and coming back after that, and, having to deal with this, like you said, getting win-loss all year, and it's tough, man. It's tough. Yeah, throw school on top of that. It's a lot of stuff, but we're I think we are tough guys. I mean, we got a good team. We stick together through it all, and I think that's what helps us continue to persevere through it and respond to those tough losses.
And just a couple things left for you. Talk about responding. Now you have Oregon, one of the best teams in the country. Just kind of talk about the mind frame where you guys are at. I know it's Monday. In 4 days from now, you play at the number 8 team in the country for the Rose Bowl.
I mean, it's a challenge, and obviously I think the point spread's 30-something points.
30.5.
whatever. It's it is what it is.
Yeah.
We're gonna go out there and have fun. I mean, we're gonna go and play loose because at the end of the day, we got nothing to lose. I mean, it's a tremendous honor to be playing in the game, and obviously we want to be playing for the Rose Bowl, but we know that we can't go out there and be tight. Because we're playing in Dotson in the first Pac-12 championship game against a great team in Oregon. We just got to go do us and do what we do on the practice field here every day. And if we do that, we feel like we got enough to be able to pull out a win.
Last thing for you, Kevin, is you hear all this kind of stuff about what are the players going to do with the coaching change and all this kind of stuff. Talk about being a senior, fourth year leader, whatever, junior, senior leader, being the quarterback, and how your role in just sort of being like a glue guy, when you hear that kind of chatter and how's this going to affect me personally and all that kind of stuff, talk about how you have to deal with all this stuff.
Well, you got to encourage guys to stick with it. I mean, when you go through the recruiting process as a high school junior, senior, or whatever, you're always told to commit to a school and a program and not to a coach.
Yeah.
Because coaches come and go, and you commit to a place because you love being there. And so, like you said, being a leader on the team myself and with other guys being leaders, we'll have to kind of get together and talk to guys who are thinking about that, about leaving. That it's about us as a team. It's about what we're trying to build, and not necessarily what Coach Neuheisel promised them or whatever. Just because Coach Neuheisel is leaving doesn't mean that we're not still striving to get to that championship level. So we're disappointed, like I said, that he's leaving, but still optimistic about the future.
Junior quarterback Prince. Weird season.
Very weird.
Weird season.